at Brian's shop, putting in new AMD floor pans. This is gonna be nice. That floor is ugly. So you wanna maybe give us a little spiel on why we're doing full floors, why this versus something else?
It's all in one piece. You got all your factory spot welds in place. I mean, do it once, do it right. I mean, otherwise, step in here. You end up, if you replace that chunk or even that whole side over there, you've got a seam running the whole length of it. So if you really want to make it look nice, you got to finish out seams on the bottom side. And then over here is not that bad to some people, but it's thin, it's got holes. You just replace it, everything's new and nice. I mean, it's basically the foundation of the body of the car.
Yeah, and this has got all the seat belt mounts are already spot welded to it. All
And
the floor
AMD did
supports.
the research to make the thing fit right. You know, so you put it in there, and once you undercoat it and treat the car and everything like that, people don't even know whether it had a floor put in it if you do it good. So,
You've used AMD stuff before?
yeah, I had a Charger that was almost all AMD, the whole body, other than what they didn't make at the time, which was some roof pieces.
Wow.
So
Fits well enough to make a whole dang car.
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
It makes a difference. Extra couple bucks on the metal makes all the difference on labor
Yep.
and cussing.
Yeah, because there are other alternatives out there, and a lot of times people will shop by price. It's not the way to go on bodies. You are going to make up for it triple fold, paying somebody to deal with the crappy stuff. Buy the best stuff you can. That's all you got to do. And the AMD stuff, in my opinion, is the best stuff on the market at the time. So.
Right on. I appreciate your opinion. They didn't pay us to say nothing, but it, like you told me, this will actually fit.
That's just the way it is. You know? I've used some of the other stuff too, and you know, you just mess with it more. You mess with it more, and what's your time worth? I mean, even if you're doing it yourself, and you think to yourself, well, all I'm going to invest time-wise is my time. So if it takes me 4 more hours and I save $200, that's fine. But that's 4 hours that you're not spending with your kids and your wife or your family, whatever. So
It's 4 hours you ain't driving the car.
exactly, that too.
All right.
And it's that much less enjoyable when you're fighting with the stuff.
Right on. Well, let's walk through a little bit of how to uninstall the old floor and what you got started for us.
Okay. We've already began doing some of the removal. Look down here, you'll see that the spot welds are drilled along the whole under part of the rocker. We'll step to the other side so you can see in there. Show them braces. There's a brace that goes right here. You have to take that out because the floor comes from underneath, but there's welds right here that you'll have to free up that hold the floor in place, and you'll have to re-weld them there when you get the new one in, so that'll block it otherwise. So you have to do that, because otherwise some people may try to skip that step and then this won't be welded here. You have to get that welded all the way, and then the floor will go all the way along there. To start with, we're going to take a Sawzall and get the bulk of this junk out, so it's just easier to stand in here and work.
Right on. We can clean up those front edges. Goes all the way to the toe boards, and our firewall looks real good.
Seam goes to right here.
Right on.
The head of it's all good. So.
Right on. This car's pretty rusty, actually, but the floors cover every bit of rust and all the holes. So, it's awesome. Interrockers and all, it's going to be one solid unit.
You bet.
Sweet. Let's get it on.
All right.
That was violent and all over quickly. Wow, that was only a couple minutes. Dang. Ow, we could have patched that. It's only half rust.
Put it on eBay.
Yeah, original restoration floors. Gross. And now it's a Flintstone car. I'm gonna let you weld them in. I want the floors to stay in the car.
I don't know if they will.
Good. Good. I'm not a good welder. There's video evidence of it. I was
actually pretty good at it.
I was taught by the best, and I am not good. Whatever you want, man. What are you working on? Those look nice.
We're gonna start with a scraper first. What's that? No.
Rock and roll. Wow. That really is brittle. You weren't kidding.
Brittle stuff.
Huh.
So there, you know.
Yep.
Close together here too.
What do you recommend to coat this once it's cleaned up and re-welded?
Depends what you're after. If you want it to be like a restoration stock thing, they make reproduction stuff that's basically a similar chemical makeup of this. But if it's something you're going to drive a lot and have fun with, wrap your liner, any kind of spray bed liner.
Right
Tough
on.
as heck. Cheap. Doesn't cost hardly anything.
Cool. All right. Start drilling those out.
You gonna go see Vanilla Ice and Tone Loc and them?
No.
What are you doing?
Recording you. It's not a bad idea. Nice.
Look at that. The mice even brought some duct tape in.
Ugh. Here's wow. That's
72 cutlass with living quarters.
I can't believe these are as solid as they are with all the crap packed in here. Wow.
Pretty grody.
Yeah.
Pretty common.
That'll be fine. There's actually a lot more metal left.
Just leave that in there. Use that for planting tulips this spring.
I bet it's got lots of fertilizer in it.
Sure. Especially the yellow stuff. Look at that kid go. Okay. Let me just see if I can find some of this first. can kind of see a hump there. Mark that with, try to find them. That's where we'll be grinding. Seth, do you want to bring the air hose in the belt grinder?
Nice. Okay. So you can even kind of find them with your fingers. There's high spots.
Right, yeah, you can kind of feel them. It's a lot easier to find them here where it isn't garbage. Right down here, it's a little harder sometimes to find them, and sometimes you'll actually hit up on the metal to see where it's trying to pull away to help you find it. So
Sure thing. Okay.
all right,
Right on. So we're just going to go around this, all the way around the top side, and
all the way there. We'll have to go all the way around this, underneath these where them braces are ending up, and then we'll have to drill holes in the inner wheelhouse there. And then we'll get these along the top from this direction.
right on. We'll go back together like factory.
And this stuff here, as you can see, it looks like these braces are going to have to be ground, but they don't, because they're actually part of the inner rocker, the new part as well as the old part.
Right on.
So all they're welded to is this.
Right
So it
on.
looks like they're welded to more things, but
Most
Don't
of
let
these
that
cars
scare
are missing inner rockers by this point too, so
yeah.
that's definitely nice to just be able to pull the whole inner rocker off and just be done. And the car's so strong still with all this structure in it, it doesn't really flex or move too much.
Exactly.
So,
Good solid car.
Cool.
Overall, just had some water sitting in it at some point.
sure.
Most likely.
Sure. This could probably even be done if you had some, maybe some really hot rod jack stands, a couple engine hoists.
Oh yeah, everything can be done on the floor. Just
Slower.
a lot easier once you get older to do it on a hoist. At least that's my excuse.
That's a good reason I waited. Dang. All right, well, let's get after it.
So you end up with a good substrate underneath where you don't have a hole that's almost all the way drilled through and half of them accidentally drilled all the way through. Take this belt grinder, find the weld. It kind of even tells the story. If you look closely, you can see where it's open all the way around the hole, so you know that weld's all the way drilled.
Okay, okay.
So now you've got a good surface there still.
Right on.
Now they're pretty well clean today.
That's just a wet piece of paper towel.
That's all it is. A little bit of water.
Doesn't really take anything sophisticated.
And once it dries off a little bit, it'll be even more obvious because it'll still be brown in the spot weld.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of them.
Okay, so how you want to do it on this, since this is multiple layers here and we're going to weld it from the bottom, we'll just use the new floor, which goes up like this as the bottom substrate, so we can just weld right to that, so we can drill all the way through. It's not going to hurt anything.
Sure.
Where if you were needed to save the other side of it and then you were going to weld it from down here, so say if you were going to do that, then you would be really careful not to go all the way through, so that you could just bust this layer off and still have a nice substrate left that doesn't have a bunch of holes in it.
Okay.
But since we're going to weld from the top down, we can just fill them right up.
Same way up at the toe boards, I assume.
Up here on the toe board,
Okay.
this is kind of thin, so we don't want to drill through it all.
Okay.
So we'll grind the top layer off, which is the old floor.
Sure.
And then when we lay the new piece on, we'll actually drill holes in the floor itself to weld shut, the new floor itself to weld shut, and that'll attach it to this.
Right on.
Where everything else, the floor itself will come up and butt against all the existing holes that we drilled out.
Cool, so it's already drilled and ready to weld, basically.
Yep, the only thing we'll have to drill holes in to weld on the new floor is the front.
Cool.
So.
Cool. Two birds at once. I like that.
It makes it a little easier anyway when you don't have to worry about being careful. Like on these,
Right on.
you'll see we weren't able to drill all the way through because we have to re-weld that piece onto here. So we just have this small hole to weld shut, where if you had a 3/8 of an inch hole to weld shut on them, you'd use rolls of wire for this one floor. So
Cool. Small bit first and
small bit first and then followed up with that bit.
right on.
And
Cool.
alrighty.
Is there any rhyme or reason to the placement or the width?
This is about the same spacing as the original ones were, and the spacing, or the width, depth, whatever you want to say, the old floor will only reach back to about here. So we got to make sure that there's floor under the hole we're about to drill to weld it, to be able to weld it to.
Right on. And the factory would have done it basically the same way, just
They would have used a spot weld instead of a MIG plug weld.
right, but they just would have done it by hand. They didn't have a template for this, I'm sure.
No. Mr. Robot came in and went spot weld, spot weld.
1971, all the automation they had.
They actually did have automation for that,
Yeah,
believe it or not.
right on.
It was probably ran by a guy that went in there and helped it get to this right place, but then it probably got started and went right across after that. It's amazing how much automation there was in automobiles at that time.
Right on. Now this coating on this, is this pretty much good enough for all weather, or is this something you typically coat over top of?
You should coat over top of it, but it's
Okay.
an extremely good coating. Some people claim it's just good enough to get it shipped here and stuff, but EDP coating, if the metal is clean, and ADP is much fussier about that kind of stuff than others. I mean, if this was on the outside, an outside body panel you were replacing like a quarter, I'd strip it to bare metal, build up with your own materials.
Sure.
But on something like this, there's sealers that you can spray right over this without scuffing it or anything, and it has a chemical adhesion. So you get weather barrier from that, then you put some paint over top of that, spray undercoating on the bottom or whatever you want to do from there.
Right on.
But
Right on. So this isn't going to be a whole bunch of prep work to get it.
if you use the right materials, you won't even have to sand that.
Excellent.
Just clean up around your welds and go at it.
It's pretty smart. Yet another reason to spend the money up front.
Yeah.
Stampings look, I mean, the floor was mangled, but it's got every contour that the remainder of my floor had, and then some.
You know. And if you're building a nice car where you paint the underneath of that, this stuff is all crisp and fresh and brand new, never been, you know, you don't lose any of the character of your spot welds or anything when you sandblast it and sand it and prime it and everything else. You lose a lot of that character. Where if you were doing a full-on restoration with this stuff would all be completely fresh and factory looking, like you had a brand new car that was painted that nice. So.
Right on, man. Good stuff.
Perfect.
All right.
Now the kid can.
That's video mode. Yep. Cool. Time to squeeze the new floors in. This is the exciting part. All cleaned up and, well, at least ready to mark it. And we can hit it with a grinder and be ready to weld. I'm excited about this.
Hot glue gun.
Hot metal glue gun. All right. It's rolling.
We'll have to have it pretty far down, I think, in order to get it started. One more guy would be pretty ideal, actually.
Yeah? About his size?
It might have to be.
All right. We can set it down. Well,
Let's see what all this doing.
okay. Oh.
Do a little pry bar action there.
All right. I can go up there and try and give him a hand.
Actually, Holden, come back here, and I'll run the front.
There you go. Just keep going. Like you said before, sometimes violence is the answer.
Oh yeah.
Violence is always the answer.
Not always,
Sometimes.
but it is common. When it comes to car stuff.
Nice. rockers a little bit. Is it up and over the front lip?
Yep, it is.
Cool. I'm just stuck on this rocker. It's hooked. It's bent a little bit. It's like, there we go. Yeah. Getting close. What do we,
That gap needs to go over.
Massage that a little bit. How's your, where it goes to the wheelhouse?
really, really good. Contour's pretty close. I mean, we probably bent it a little taking out the floor.
Seth, you want to grab me the big rubber hammer?
I do have one program that seems to be binding us up. We,
Dad.
try to tweak it a little, get all these
Hey.
drilled out.
Dad.
Okay.
Dad.
Yes.
Yes. On that section. There we go. There. It's just about home.
A little bend up here. Okay, can you get a pinch, a vice grip on your pinch or no?
We'll see. It should hold itself. Still appears a little lower than the bottom of the pinch weld, but it's getting there.
Yeah, yours is better than the other side though. The other side needs to go up, this one does.
Okay.
But a lot of times you get just a vice grip, just get light pressure on it, like this. I got it too tight, but if you put it like about like that, then it'll, instead of bouncing, it'll
Okay. Honestly, all things considered, it's going in fairly smooth.
It is. The only reason we fall with this back here is in a perfect world, the wheelhouse would go on after because it's the way it's curved.
Gotcha. Okay. So this all fits pretty nice.
Real good.
It's, yep. You can tell the inner rockers are nice and straight. You don't have huge gaps anywhere that it's too short or too long. Good.
Yeah, this side definitely needs to come up more. And it's
Okay. Is it
fighting us for some reason.
snagged on some of those jagged edges or?
That's what I'm wondering. Try to figure it out, so not have to deal with it. After we got it all ready. You got big hands. Grab that clamp off there, Holden, and just kind of hold up on there.
There you go. Money. Money, money.
Put your vice grip back on the side.
It's just a little bit.
Now when we, now when we put it in there for good, we'll take a couple of self-tappers from the bottom, or from the top, and just bring that up.
Yep.
It'll be
Awesome.
mint. I say it fits good.
Dude, it fits great, honestly.
Nope.
It looks like the original minus all the rust holes. you know, minus all the dents from the accidents and a basketball-sized crater where the back seat goes.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, easy entry for the friends that were living in it, but
Yeah. Nice one, cameraman. All right, I guess paint marker time.
yeah.
I got it.
Right on. Let's get after it. Good enough?
Cut.
Same kind of issue?
Got one more problem yet,
What's
actually.
that?
Never put any holes in that where that's the lip to that.
To what?
Where it's up with a bunch of welds here.
Oh, yeah.
Seth, you want to give me a drill?
Can't get good help around here.
There you go. Okay, now go ahead.
Forward?
How far enough ahead now?
Okay.
No, you need to go up?
Yep.
Is it more eager to do that this time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It honestly fits pretty dang nice. Needs to come up a little bit yet before I clamp it.
This side needs to go more. Well, then climb it. A little more violence.
This side needs to go up. Hold on.
There you go. Give me a little love tap to get it a little higher. Doesn't look like I'm hitting anything yet. I'm just bottoming out.
Right, Martin here. Use my good friend leverage.
Oh, you're learning.
I'm a
Where you want it?
Yep.
Not a half, a full.
Full.
I don't know if that's tight enough, but yeah, it's working. All right.
This side, we're gonna have to leave it just a little bit because that's ground off there, remember? So this side's good.
Then we'll just push down on the front of it to get it all happy. That is like dead nuts flush. That'll pull together. This honestly fit really, really easily. Yeah. Couple tech screws, it'll be together. Not bad. Not bad at all. By that I mean great, honestly. No cutting. There we go.
If you have to cut something, you're doing it wrong.
Well, sometimes panels are an inch, short or long, or don't fit the contour here. So these really are made with like the correct tooling to fit the first try.
I wouldn't mind seeing this side come ahead just a touch.
Yeah. You want me to grab a hammer and
Grab that hammer.
Yep.
And just whap it right here on the wheel well.
incoming, fellas? Ready?
Yep.
More?
A little bit more. Try that.
Nice.
Oh, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I think we might actually need to do the same with this other side now.
I love this job. Hitting things with a hammer is really fun.
If there's nothing wrong with it. We'll have to lift that back up after we get our head, but
Ready?
go ahead.
More?
Yep. I think this side went.
Cool.
I think it went.
No?
Need to see this side come ahead.
Okay.
That's easily done. Seth, grab me a scratch awl and a small drill bit.
Little chisel action.
And these other chunks. Give me that ball. Creating what?
If you're creating the you hate.
It's kind of
Using a body
fantastic.
hammer for something that's not a body. I was letting it slide because it was a plastic handle, but I wasn't liking it. Okay.
subsequent pass. All right.
Let's try this.
Is it anymore?
It's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I want. Uniformity. Corrosion uniformity.
Yeah, excellent. It's kind of great that the floor pan is straighter than the car it's going on. To just pound the dents
This
out
is
of
not
the
like just two crooked things going together.
No, it's good. It's good stuff.
Okay, you got that where you want it back there?
It needs to go a little higher. You want to run the one or the other? A little higher? I think that's about flush.
Oh, I'm getting.
All right, that's it. Mint. Absolutely mint.
Get a few tools up from underneath here and then we'll try to push the front down.
Yep.
I'll grab a couple.
Seth, you want to kill the music?
Grab a couple of these into where they go.
Okay. Good. Everything else is fitting awesome so far. We've got the whole front of it set up against the firewall. It's pretty solid. We're being held by vice grips. Dang. I'll close up that gap with some screws and start welding.
It went forward.
Yeah, I know. Just go ahead. See if it'll do what it needs to.
Oh, stop being a dummy thing. Come on.
You got this.
Need a different battery.
Is it dying on us?
What is it?
Try it again, will you?
The battery's already out.
I am thoroughly impressed with the fitment. Weren't for the car around it, it would look really nice.
It's still. Okay. Don't over tighten it now.
Huh?
Keep going, but don't over tighten it and strip it out, okay?
I can't.
Hitting that
it,
back panel.
Is it slipping?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need an extension or something to clear it, or?
No, it's not going to fit on it now. Because it's going like this. It's like,
An extension will get you away from that. Yeah, no worries.
no, but it's like, the
Trust me.
bolt is like
See how the
inside
back
that
panel
little bit.
tapers back away from your bolt head though? The farther you get from it, the easier it'll be to stay square on it. Trust me, muchacho.
Ratchet that's giving you the grief, not the socket.
That might be.
So once you get that up and
Now,
away,
you
you'll be good.
See what I'm talking about now?
Just do it, Seth.
Is it the right size socket for what we're doing?
Yeah, make sure it is. Here. Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool beans. All right.
It's cool.
You have to throw in there.
It's not going all the way around the head.
Having fun yet?
Too old for this.
There was a step on the other side.
Yeah, but then I can't show my gorilla monkey skills.
Minty.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it pulled that corner up pretty good. We'll have to tap on it a hammer a little bit, but honestly, it fits the contour really nice. We bent that when we were chiseling it off, so it's good. Hold on, let me give you some. Yep. It's probably still about a 1/4 inch away in the middle, but you know, like I said, a little hammer work.
Want me to drill one more spot?
Give me the drill. I want to drill it up here, actually. Keep it away from that other.
These wheelhouses back into shape. So,
Part of what we want to do is take this and massage that in.
yep, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. So, two things. We're bringing this edge out to meet the wheelhouse, and we bent the wheelhouse in just a little bit into the wheel opening. So when you look down this thing, it should make a nice, a fairly flowing curve from where it's original to down here. So we're gonna come over and we've already fitted all this on the outside. So if you look at this one here, you can see it's puckered out into the wheelhouse there. And it's kind of puckered here, but we need to bring this in and that in to meet each other. So a little bit of action there, a little bit of action there.
Go.
You go ahead and you show us how it's done, man.
Seth, use the flat side of the hammer.
Not bad. All right. Good eye. Minty.
What's that?
Looks pretty good. Closing up that gap in there. Yeah, there we go. You got the hang of it.
It's just back and forth.
Yeah. You got it.
What we've got there, this hole, the floor basically needs to go ahead a little bit. So now you take like a wooden something wooden like this hammer handle, and right where you have the waste strip, kind of massage it ahead.
Okay.
And then we can go a little tighter. So basically what the clamp, if you don't have it super tight, it'll let it slide ahead, but it'll stay.
Nice.
Now it's just about completely flush.
Yeah. Right on. That was easy. That fits super nice all the way around. Every single piece of this, all the way top to bottom, touches. No cutting, no nothing. Couple clamps, couple screws, and it's in. So what we're doing here is just bringing this this edge of the new floor forward flush with the wheelhouse. Right on.
Still like to see it go a little bit more.
All right, so walk me through what you're doing now just to get this edge pulled forward.
We're going to pull this out so we can use it as leverage.
Sure, okay.
Put this hole at an angle.
Right on.
Let's go with this one actually. Now if we take this
Okay.
ball,
Nice, okay, so you can just tweak it forward to where you want it to be.
leverage it.
Right on. Oh, that's super simple.
Happy. Tighter.
And now they're flush.
And now it's good.
Beautiful.
Tap, yeah. Grab a couple C-clamps, Seth. The vice grip ones.
Fits about as well as any NOS floor you've done? Nice.
Nothing that you're going to find on any of these cars that you can buy for parts is any better than this.
Nice.
A lot of this stuff I do believe is made from NOS. pieces that they use as patterns anyway.
I mean, based on this being the GM licensed floor,
Right.
yeah. It's not bits and pieces that somebody made from a wrecked car.
Right.
Because a mold made from a wreck back into a tooling is not the same thing as using the original tool.
Exactly.
Right on. And now we can mimic all the factory spot welds. Cool.
I like it.
Let's go.
I love it.
Gas on?
John, you want
I'm good. I'm not looking at him. I'm just pointing the camera. It's not going to hurt the camera, just my eyes. So what's the aim here? Just getting like a good hot puddle?
Yep.
Dead center?
Well, you kind of got to move around the hole, actually.
Okay.
Here, you can watch.
Right on. Thanks, man. Rock and roll.
Getting there. Once you get the wet welder stuff the rest of the way, it'll be.
Yeah, there's some gunky spots in this old thin metal too where it's been damaged by rust, but that one turned out awesome right there. It looked just like factory spot welds.
Yep, when they're ground out, if we grind them down.
I don't even care. But with a 110 welder, you can mimic the original. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Just for what it's worth here, this is not a terribly expensive welding setup. A few $100.
Yeah, I think it was like $350 with
Yeah.
the cart.
Yeah, little gas bottle, and even a hobbyist could do this with a little, whatever, hazard freight welder, and on a rusty car, those flux cores do okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't use a flux core on the steel myself, but
No, these tend to be a little bit nicer looking welds with less spatter, so that's kind of the reasoning there. But yeah, cool.
you could get away with it.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
what it costs to get a tank, you might as well just.
Yeah, that welds through really nice.
Is the penetration there?
Oh yeah, all the way through the back. It's great. Nice work on the grinding job, boys.
Thank you.
Right on. Well, just like 12,000 more of those welds, and it's on there.
What did we count on just the bottom ones that day?
All 50?
No, it was more like 90. Just that one night.
You're gonna be really good by the end of this.
35 on each side, so close to 70, 80.
But that didn't include
That
that
didn't
big patch
include all
up.
this, and then
Right.
up there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few, but man, that just all lined up minty. Right on. Cool.
There you go. Thank you.
all good. This is part of it.
It's watching paint sit.
Floor's in. Seth is continuing to weld up the driver's side rocker, but we got everything settled in pretty easily. I hate to say it, but just about fell into place. If you're doing a GM A-body, you know, Cutlass, Le Mans, GTO, Chevelle, Monte Carlo, they're all the same thing. So this is an awesome floor from AMD. They're not paying me to say this. They've definitely been a huge help, and I got everything we needed as far as the body bushings, the rear seat mount brackets, everything came with this kit. So really super complete, fit really nice. A couple of us guys just got it knocked out in like one afternoon. So